Everybody, we'll call the September 1st, 2015 meeting of the Jackson City Council to order. We'll call on Council Member Charles Pepper Bray to lead us in our invocation and pledge. If you would, please rise.
Let us pray. Oh God, we ask your guidance and blessing on us and our world. Open our eyes to your glory, to the opportunities that lie before us.
Yeah.
Let us joyfully and prayerfully undertake the work we have to do in our city, so our city can become the holy city of God. And these things we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And yeah, I think you can show all council members present. And item 4 is approval of minutes of August 4th, 2015 City Council meeting. Council members received a copy of those minutes. If there are no additions or corrections, we'll just accept those minutes as submitted to you all. Invitation for public comment. If there's anyone here in the audience who would like to be heard on any item under new business, if you'll let me know at that time, we'll be happy to call on you. We have no proclamations this morning for council, no first readings. We'll go down to second readings. Item 8 is consideration of an ordinance to accept Cross Creek Cove located within Cross Creek subdivision running north of Old Humboldt Road directly across from Glen Echo Drive.
So
Move to
moved.
adopt the ordinance.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to second. Discussion from council. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Item 2 under second readings, consideration of an ordinance to amend the text, the City of Jackson zoning ordinance, Article 5, specific district regulations, Section 11, B4 general business district, C uses permitted as special exceptions, 3 climate control storage, along with an amendment to Article 6, regulations applying to a specific, to several, or to all districts, Section 21 of self-storage facilities.
So
Council.
moved.
Second reading, do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Discussion from council. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Item 3 is consideration of an ordinance to amend the text, City of Jackson zoning ordinance, Article 5, specific district regulations, Sections 1 through 7, by deleting redevelopment area design review section and replacing it with civic master plan subareas redevelopment area design review, along with an amendment to Article 6, regulations applying to specific, to several, or to all districts. Section 3, application of district regulations.
So
Council,
moved.
we have a motion and a second. Discussion from council. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Item 4 is consideration of an ordinance to amend ordinance number 2002-022, an ordinance levying local litigation tax. Before we accept a motion on this, I think this necessitates a public hearing, so let me open the floor for any comments from the audience relative to this particular ordinance. Anyone wishing to be heard on this matter in opposition to or in support of this ordinance, let it be known. Not, we'll close the public hearing, and is there a motion for approval?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion is second. Discussion from council. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Item 9 is new business, consideration of the state-required CT-0253 report on debt obligation for $17.4 million, loan from the TMBF, approved at the June 25th, 2015 special call meeting. Al, any questions of council? I think we're with this agenda review. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to come up and answer any of those. I think it's just a comptroller's requirement, is it not? Okay.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion. A second. Discussion from council. Council, please vote.
We've already spent some money anyway.
Yes, sir.
And the vote is unanimous.
Check's been cashed, right?
They all have a little bit left.
All right.
Item 2 is consideration of a resolution approving the 2014-2015 Consolidated Annual Performance Evaluation Report to CAPER from Jackson Housing Authority. Yes, on up. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Good morning.
What we have for you all is a resolution to approve our Comprehensive Annual Performance and Evaluation Report, or CAPER for short. HUD requires us to submit this report 90 days after the program year ends, which was June 30th. So September 30th is the deadline to get the annual report into HUD. We presented the report to the Jackson Housing Authority Board at the August board meeting, and they did recommend submittal for approval. September 7th will begin the 15-day public review period. September 10th, we have a public meeting scheduled to present the plan to the public for comment and review. We have 3 funding sources that we use: Community Development Block Grant, Home Grant, and the Emergency Solutions Grant. However, the Emergency Solutions Grant is reported separately from the CAPER because we received those monies from the state, THDA. But I will say with that, we did expend $135,780 through our subrecipient agencies that provide homeless services. And with that $135,000, we provided 679 individuals with homeless services and/or shelter. The CDBG and home grants, we expended a total of $1,042,996. CDBG funds, it was $654,646. Home funds expended was $388,350. We actually budgeted for the year $970,925, but the expenditures exceeded the budget due to, we have 2 agencies, housing agencies that do acquisition and rehab for homes. They had previous year monies that was carried over that they expended during the program year, as well as our target rehab program. We had monies from previous years that were expended during the program year. With the CDBG and home funds, we served 957 individuals and families through public services, housing repair, and the economic development, the Section 108 loan. That was a big chunk of the monies. We also provided acquisition rehab and code enforcement inspections to 198 housing units for the year. Any questions on the CAPER?
What, those 2 agencies you all work with, one is Southwest HRA.
Southwest.
What's the other one?
Jonah Affordable
Jonah.
Housing. Mhm.
I had a question, if I may, Mayor. Could you describe the Target Rehab Program?
Target Rehab Program is the home funds. And with that, the Target Rehab, the targeted area is actually basically East Jackson. And with those monies, we can expend up to $25,000 to do major rehab rather than minor repair with the minor repair program with the CDBG funds. So we can do substantial rehab with that program.
Okay, so those dollars go to private homeowners or?
They have, yes,
Programs.
homeowners. Mhm.
Okay. And my second question, I guess in your narrative, you tell us that in the CRA District 2, there's been one project that has been approved.
Yes,
Okay, is that the Whitehall
that is,
Street project?
with Southwest CDC.
Okay, and do we have a dollar amount on the monies that will be expended from that?
$655,000.
$655,000. Okay, and how many houses is that going to be?
5.
5, okay, thank you very much.
Mhm.
I just have one question.
Sure.
Did I hear you correctly that when you have grant monies left over, you can hold those over to the next year?
With the home funds, with CDBG funds, if we don't expend them, we lose them. But with the home funds, we do strictly housing with, and so those can be carried forward. but only for a couple of years.
Does that affect the amount of grant money you get the next year?
No. If we don't get it expended in the timeframe, in the 2 years, it may.
Okay,
But we have successfully expended it.
okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
good morning, Ms. Faison and Mr. Hennings. How y'all doing?
Good morning.
With respect, we're forecasting now to the 3 to 5 year program, and I know it's been tough with funding. What do we see?
I'll try to tackle that. Right now, CDBG, as we monitor the legislation in Washington, the CDBG funds are pretty well flat. Now, for the upcoming year, through this fiscal year, we'll be using last year's money, so we're in good shape there. We'll have approximately the same amount of money that we have now. When I'm talking about going beyond July 1 of next year. The CDBG funds are pretty much flat. There's a slight deduction there. Home, on the other hand, is it's got a tough fight. The Congress has appropriated probably 2/3 of what's been appropriated this year. The Senate has all but wiped it out. So, but CDBG seems to be flat. The home funds are in jeopardy.
Thank you.
Any other questions of Winston or Latoya? Is there a motion for approval of the resolution? We have a motion
Second.
and a second. Discussion from council. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Thank you all. Thank you. Item 3 is consideration of street acceptance, Cedar Brook Farms Phase 2, portions of Grove Hill Lane, Alderbrook Lane, and Shaded Brook Lane. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Have a motion?
Second.
Second, discussion. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Item 4 is consideration of application for participation in after-school care snack component eligible through the area Tennessee Child and Adult Care Food Program.
Move for approval.
Second.
A motion for approval and second. Discussion. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Item 5 is a consideration of a contract for boiler chiller maintenance.
It's time once again to bid out the contract for the boiler chiller maintenance for all of our city-owned buildings. And this year Morgan Thornburg was the low bidder. They are located on 14 Wiley Parker Road. And as you can see from the bid tab, we have all of our buildings and the cost for the boiler chiller maintenance and water treatment and the chiller maintenance. And we recommend that you approve this contract to Morgan Thornburg.
Any questions of Ms. White as to this contract? Is there a motion for acceptance?
So moved.
Motion,
I'll second.
second, discussion, council. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Item 6 is consideration of a contract for Lane Avenue improvements.
We took bids on the Lane Avenue Improvement Project, received two, one from Delta Contracting and the other from Ford Construction. Ford Construction is the low bidder based upon unit pricing. This work will be done before September 28th, which is Lane's homecoming, so this won't interfere with any of their activities.
So moved.
Have a motion?
Second.
Second, discussion. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Mayor, we also want to note with this project that from the railroad east, that the dragon paws will be painted on the street. There's a contract with the company, and the dragon paws will be painted on Lane Avenue.
Is that correct, Ms. White?
Is that correct? Josh Richardson, Dragon
Mr.
Falls
Dawson.
on the street.
No, it's not in it.
So with Mr. Dawson,
We can
Yes.
the vice president, appears to let us know when they want the Dragon Balls down.
Okay, I think they're trying to come up with the design of a dragon.
We got it.
So once that's done, we'll get them on the street, one way or the other.
They don't wanna put them down until they get ready
Sam.
for them after we finish this project.
Very good, thank you, sir. Any other questions?
Hopefully they'll be done for homecoming.
I think that depends on the college, if they get us the design.
And is
But
this
I
something,
agree. I
is
hope
this
it is.
something that Lane will be putting down?
I think we'll be putting it down, after they're designed, the same as we accomplished on Lambeth, Josh. We have a existing contract, do we not, with a paving restoration company that does that type thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, okay. Any other questions, council?
That'll be an expense to the city, is that what you're saying? That's why I missed it.
Yeah, yeah, well, other than design, which the college will do, the city will put it down on city street as we did on Lambeth. But we have a separate year-round contract with Restoration Paving Company or whatever that does those for us. Any other questions, council? Okay, we've already approved that item, haven't we? Item 7 is a contract, consideration of contract for street resurfacing project.
We received 2 bids on this project, Delta Contracting and Ford Construction. We are recommending that Delta Contracting be awarded this project based upon unit pricing as the lowest and best bidder. And this part of the street resurfacing contract will be finished before the end of November. That's when the asphalt plants close. And we'll come back to you in the spring with more street resurfacing when the plants reopen.
Move to approve.
Second?
Motion for approval, second, discussion from council. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
We have consideration, item A, is consideration of board appointments to the Board of Zoning Appeals, the reappointment of Patty Lewis.
So move. Second.
Motion second, discussion. Council, please vote.
The vote is unanimous.
On the IDB, appointment of Frederick Allison to replace Andrew Colbert, who has resigned and relocated from Jackson.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion for approval, second, discussion. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
And final item is consideration of invoices over $10,000.
So moved.
We have a
Second.
motion, seconded, discussion.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
we want to note that the Buchanan Insurance Group is not our insurance group, my insurance group.
Glad you clarified that,
Thank
because
you,
we
sir.
were all thinking that. Right, investigation is ensuing. Did we get a motion on invoice?
Yeah, we got a motion and a second, but we ain't voted.
Okay.
to y'all.
Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
There being no further business, meeting is adjourned.
What about
Jerry's Oil Company?